Below is a top 10 list of short, gripping, cliffhanger-driven stories about the dark secrets, crimes, and myths of the gold rush. 10th place. The mystery of the lost cabin mine. Prospectors in the 1850s swore they found a cabin filled with sacks of untouched gold, and then mysteriously vanished. Weeks later, search parties found the cabin, but the gold was gone, the tools were abandoned, and the camp looked like everyone walked out mid-meal. The cabin was never seen again, but stories say those who search for it today disappear just as fast. 9th place. The vigilante gangs that ruled the nightlife in gold rush towns was so lawless that citizens formed committees of vigilance to deal with criminals. But here's the twist. Sometimes the vigilantes were the criminals, using midnight hangings to silence rivals and take over mines. One famous vigilante leader reportedly kept a list of targets hidden in his boot. The list was found years later, with half the names crossed out and half untouched. 8th place. The riot that buried a fortune. In 1855, a violent dispute broke out at a remote mining camp over a gold-rich riverbed claim. Dozens fled, leaving behind tents, tools, and several pounds of gold dust scattered across the ground. When authorities returned to investigate, every trace of the gold was gone, replaced with fresh shovel marks leading into the forest. Legend says the gold was buried somewhere nearby, but the miner who hid it never returned to dig it up. 7th place. The haunted mine of murder. Gulch murder. Gulch earned its name for a reason. 3 miners struck gold there and were later found in their cabin, untouched food on the table, gold missing. Locals whispered that the mine brought bad luck. Decades later, a new crew tried to reopen the shaft and reported hearing picks striking rock deep underground, even though they were the only ones inside. They sealed the mine within days. No one has gone back since, but the faint sound of digging is supposedly still there. 6th place. Salting the mines. The original gold rush. Scams. Some miners would sprinkle actual gold flakes into worthless mines to trick investors. One group became so skilled they used shotgun shells filled with gold dust to blast the walls and make them look naturally rich. But the scam went wrong when a buyer returned unexpectedly and caught the crew reloading the shotgun. He ran toward town to expose them and vanished on the way, along with the evidence. 5th place. The secret Chinese tunnels of gold country Chinese immigrants, forbidden from mining prime locations, dug networks of tunnels beneath the hills. Some tunnels were miles long and reinforced like underground cities. Locals eventually found abandoned bunks, rusted tools, and traces of gold. But the workers had vanished, leaving behind questions no one could answer. Why the sudden evacuation? What were they hiding from? And why did some tunnels appear to have been sealed from the inside? 4th place. The gold dust poisoning. Cover-up doctors in the 1850s noticed miners were getting sick with strange neurological symptoms. Tremors, confusion, sudden rage. What they didn't know at the time, miners used mercury to extract gold. Some camps hid the truth, blaming cursed ground to keep new miners from fleeing. One doctor kept detailed notes until his cabin burned down and his journal disappeared. To this day, no one knows who burned it or why. 3rd place. The stagecoach that left and never arrived. A stagecoach carrying $200,000 in gold left Placerville in 1855. 4 guards, 2 drivers, and a locked chest. Somewhere in the mountains it vanished. No wreckage, no tracks, just an empty spot on the trail where the horses should have been. A century later, treasure hunters found rusted wheel fragments miles off course, along with a single guard's badge. But the gold, still missing, and possibly buried deep in the Sierras. 2nd place. The claim jumpers who made people disappear. Gold claims were worth fortunes, and some people didn't wait for the owners to give them up. One notorious gang posed as friendly neighbors, offering food, tools, even help with digging. Then the original miners would mysteriously disappear and the gang would inherit the claim. For a while, no one suspected a thing, until a miner escaped and told authorities the gang kept a ledger of stolen claims. The ledger was recovered, but the gang members, not one was ever arrested. First place. The myth of the Mother Lode map. According to legend, a dying prospector left behind a hand-drawn map pointing to the true untouched Mother Lode, the richest vein of gold in the West. The map passed through thieves, gamblers, and con men. Some claim following it brought them riches. Others claimed it led them straight into ambushes. In the 1890s, a collector bought the map and locked it away in a San Francisco safe. After the 1906 earthquake, the safe was found cracked open, empty. The map was gone. And every so often, rumors surface that someone is using it today.